So today I'm going to talk about my least favorite and my favorite science curriculum. I bought quite a few different curriculums for kindergarten and grade 1 and even grade 2, just because I wanted to check them out and I wanted to see what we do. And my least favorite is the Sonlight. And here, let me explain. So the Sonlight comes with a kindergarten science experiments book. It comes with another, so this is like the student packet. This is the kindergarten science experiments, plus it comes with the, of course, the instructor's guide. And then furthermore, I bought the box of science experiment stuff. So we could take a look at it while I'm talking, and I'll show you. So this is what comes in. Actually, I think that's my tape. No, it might be their tape. So this is what comes in. So it comes with a lot of supplies that you're going to need. Now keep in mind that you're still going to need supplies outside of this. This book was, oh, I have dirt on me. This book was $79. This box was $79. You don't have to get it. Now the problem I have, but there's a lot of doohickeys in here to get, right? Like I'm not going to know where to get one of these foam balls or these wood balls or anything like that. Okay, so the second thing is this is the instructor's guide. Now, this program is expensive if you have more than one child, or I suppose you could photocopy it, because what they didn't tell me is when I purchased this that I was going to need like one for every child. One for every child. Okay, because there's activities in here to do as well. So even the instructor's guide, you're going to need, because these are some of the pages, and I thought they looked nice. Plus it comes with a ton of books you need as well. So it's an expensive program. You're looking at least $300 for the program. And it's intensive because, so this is like week 8, okay? Reptiles, week 8. You're still on, you're still week 8. You're still talking about reptiles. That's great. But what it has is, it's like, you can get the 3 or the 4-day program. 4-day program costs more. It's just intensive. And the books that they have, the DK Science is all right. The Rainforest book, those are Usborne books. They're okay, but they're very intensive. Like the ants book I read, honest to goodness, there's like 25, 30 pages on ants. And then there's this here. So it is experiment heavy. Now, I've looked at the Good and the Beautiful Science. I bought all those. And it's a completely different format than the Good and the Beautiful, right? Like it is. And again, this is very pretty. It's a very pretty book. It's a very nice book. But you're going to need even more supplies that are just in this box. Stuff, quote unquote, you would find in your kitchen. So how do ants build tunnels? So that's kind of like the first experiment. You mix the kinetic sand, which you use your flour and your cooking oil. And I think it comes with the sand, although I'm pretty sure it comes with the sand. No, if it has the K, it's in your box, but if it's not, like a pencil, 2 books, plastic wrap, that's fine. Flat cooking surface, cooking oil, 3/4 flour, and it comes with the sand. Okay, so the K materials it has, the other materials it doesn't. The thing is it's just so intensive. It's like a ton of experiments, which is great. Again, if you only have one child maybe, or you've got a lot of money and you want to buy, all this for each kid. But I guess, I'll show you the materials while I talk, but I guess out of all the science curriculums I see, what I would do as an alternative and what I've done is look up experiments on Pinterest. And then before you do the experiment, come up with a hypothesis like, what do you think is going to happen? And then from there, and then answer that question. Like, what do you think is going to happen? You make your guess, right? The hypothesis, and then you discuss the outcome that actually happens. So I guess for kids that are kindergarten, young kids, that's kind of what I would do. But then as far as explaining to them the 5 different areas of science, I liked Real Kids for Science. I'm going to put a preview of that on the screen so you could take a look at that. And the reason I like that is it's made by a homeschool mom who didn't like the science curriculums out there. The experiments that you do aren't super intensive. And you really can find the supplies that I've seen of the experiments thus far in your kitchen. So I like that. So I like that it's not intensive. I like that we can sit down and read, and it's not, some of them like Apologia, they got like blocks of text. That's a lot and a hefty amount to sit through. I have boys, and to sit through, and my book, one is neurodiverse, one is, there's nothing wrong with him, but he's an original. He's got his own little personality. And so to get them to sit down, well, I read through all this long versions of text. I'm not into that. I want small amounts of text with pictures so that we can see what's going on. And I do like, as far as science goes, I like the Usborne books. I just don't like that book on the rainforest, the ant book. Those aren't my favorite. The Usborne Beginner Science, the book set, which covers space, it covers, geology, it covers all that stuff, I think is quite sufficient, along with these, the Real Science for Kids science programs, where it gets you the basics of chemistry, even as a little kid. It gets you the basics of all that stuff. And I just really like that. And you can go all the way up to grade 8. Or what you can do alternatively is they have the Focus On series. So you just buy the chemistry book, and it comes with all your tests, your assessments, everything you need that you want to use, your study guide. I'm going to show you the study guide on the screen as well. And I just really love it. I love that format. I love the simplicity of it. This to me for Sonlight was just too intensive. So that's just my opinion. But again, it's still a good program. I mean, it's very thorough. It's very thorough, but I guess it's just not my thing. It's not my thing. Yeah, I guess it depends what you prefer and how much money you have. Again, so it's I want to say $162 per year, but that gets you all your tests and assessments and everything like that, and the study guide, which I think is super cool. You don't have to, for the Real Science for Kids, you don't have to get all of that, right? And then of course you can do Elemental Science, which is, they have one of their big things that I like. I don't like their other products, but is the books that they have. They're like read alouds, and they're pretty entertaining. It's about kids that go all over the world. And then the first book is zoology. The second book is, geology. So they do cover the 5 areas of science. That's fine as well. That's pretty good as well, but nothing to me I found was as good or as enjoyable as the other one, The Good and the Beautiful. I look at them as almost little study units, and I have different previews. Like I've done different flip throughs of those as well. The space one, it did teach me some stuff about space that I didn't know from reading all the books, and it's not very intensive, and you don't have to do, a lot of the things are optional to have on the materials and experiments and all that stuff, which I like. And it's not that expensive, that one. And it does have grade 7, 8 extensions as well. So that I don't mind, because again, it's like, to me, I look at it as like a study unit. I don't really look at it as some comprehensive science program. So anyway, that's why I chose the Real Science for Kids, and maybe take a look at it and get it for yourself and see if you like it. Okay? Bye-bye. Can you say, please like and subscribe?
Please like to like.
And hit the bell for notifications.
Hit the bell for notifications.